So, we are now in 2019, but let's take a step back in 2018 and not forget it, because a few things happened with smartphones. The main one being, well, full screen displays making it mainstream into a lot of phones, but mainly into the higher end phones. Now, welcome to 2019. A few of these things that we've seen in 2018 in higher end phones are trickling down into the, well, budget phone market. Today, we're taking a look at the Huawei P Smart for 2019. Let's unbox it, let's have a look at it. Welcome to TechFlow.
1, 2, 3.
So, another thing that we see on higher end flagship phones is a dual camera. Shocker, this thing has one of those too. I'm super interested to see what this device is going to feel like. But also, micro USB, well, it's still everywhere. Yes, USB-C is kicking it off now for 2019s with phones, but you know, you go into somebody's house, they've more than likely got a micro USB lying around somewhere. So, not going to take that as an L on this. So we'll go ahead and take a look at what is in the box, but as you can see, there is that micro USB port, and well, funnily enough, I've got one to hand under the table, so let's just give this thing some juice. There it is! There is that what they call dew drop display, and I think they call it that because, well, this little camera bump right there, it's not the biggest notch in the world. This, well, it's an edge-to-edge display. There's no arguing there. And on the back, well, we've got those dual cameras. Let's get in the box. So I think what we're finding here is a healthy set of instruction manuals, accessories and chargers. Here we have our standard micro USB to USB charging cable for this, and then I think in here, peeking away, is a set of 3.5mm headphones and also a 3.5mm headphone jack on the bottom. I'm sure a lot of people will appreciate that. And then in here, as usual, we have all of our instruction manuals. We'll place those off to the side, and then the last thing is our SIM card removal tool. So talking about that notch on the top, that houses our little camera. Now this camera is quite a powerful camera. We've got 8 megapixels up on the front there, but if you want to talk about power, we need to flip this thing over to look right at the back. Now as you can see, there's 2 cameras here. Now I'll tell you guys the stats of these and then I'll explain why they are like this. So we've got a 13 megapixel main shooter which has an aperture of 1.8, which is really nice. And then underneath, yeah, we've got a 2 megapixel shooter down there. Now this little bad boy, it's not really going to be taking your photos for you. What it's going to be doing is collecting information, mainly depth information. This thing has a killer portrait mode on it for those Insta selfies. Above the front-facing camera, hidden away in the notch, is our little speaker for taking calls, and then on the top of the phone, we've actually got our SIM card tray. Moving to the right-hand side, my right-hand side of the device, we've got our power/lock wake button, we've got our volume rocker. How nice do they feel? Pretty solid. Now on the bottom right hand side of the device we've got our ports here for our speaker, and then right there, as we've already mentioned, our micro USB port for charging. One thing I really like is there's a tiny, that small, whether you guys are able to see it or not, I'm not sure, little LED indication down here when you're plugged into charge. So when the device is sat on a table, all you've got to do is glance at that, you see it's green, you know it's charging. And then as soon as you disconnect it, the light goes out. Very cool. And then we have our microphone on the bottom, and then next to that, much included, our 3.5 headphone jack. So this device actually has a feature where as soon as your finger comes into contact with the fingerprint reader, it unlocks and reads your fingerprint at the same time. So I'll do a countdown for you guys. 3, 2, 1. That was pretty fast. Let's do that again. Phone completely locked. 3, 2, 1, finger. Talking about the speed of this little guy, we've got the Kirin 720 processor inside of here, backed itself up by a 3,400 milliamp hour battery. They're saying all day usage for this, but you guys will have to stick around for our full review of this budget device so we can confirm that for you. But so far, so good. I like the skin over this, it's very nice. The UI seems super fluid. Now, the screen gets fairly bright enough for viewing indoors and outdoors, again, but we will confirm in our full review. We've got 415 ppi on here, on this edge-to-edge display. You know what? We're going to test most of this stuff in our full review, so get subscribed for that, but let's just do a quick camera test and see what we can do with this thing. Okay, so the AI camera has automatically told me that I am in a room, which I am. Okay, let's give this thing a go. 3, 2, 1. Dewdrop camera, you best have done your thing. So there you go. Let us know down below what you think of the front camera quality. Let's just take a photo of this box right here and let's get a little bit of detail with these headphones. Let's see what we can do in the normal camera mode. Ready? 3, 2, 1. First thing I'm noticing here, lots of depth of field without any sort of fake depth effect, if you like. I can't even see the smart on the end of the... That is absolutely mental. Okay, so viewing the photo after the fact in portrait mode, it's letting me alter the depth effect so you can have it back to normal if you'd like, or using that 2 megapixel camera that's capturing all of that depth information, you can give yourself a little bit of depth of field there. So guys, so far this phone is ticking a lot of boxes for me here in 2019. For the mid-range to budget smartphone competition. We've got ourselves a fingerprint scanner. We've got ourselves this full screen display with the dewdrop camera up there. We've got dual cameras on the back. The phone feels nice to hold. We're gonna have to let you guys know our full verdict in the final review, but I'm happy we've got this here in the office at TechFlow. We're gonna be testing it over the next couple of weeks to bring you guys that full review. But for now, you can pick the phone up for $199 from Carphone Warehouse, EE, O2, Vodafone, pretty much anywhere. Guys, if you want to watch some other ad videos, there is some right there, and if you are not subscribed to TechFlow, please make sure you do, because we're going to be trying so hard making tech videos for you guys here in 2019.